Hello everyone, and welcome back to the Lonesome Guild. Here we go again. It's been a while since I played. I've been just really busy with a lot of other stuff. Great. Let's begin. Ouch. I have no map. There is no map. I'm gonna punch you. I love AoE moves. They're my favorite way to kill people. Gun. Oh boy, here we go. All these things. Dead end. Mr. Cloaking everything. How can it go on? I have an idea. With the loneliness game from Amelia and Sinnock, I feel I understand a little better. Maybe I could try to dispel it, sort of like I did with them. Dispel the mist. Ghosts cannot dispel a mist using ghost light. While it is active, you will be able to navigate through sea mist without consequence. Some situations, you will need to place the ghost light on a specific altar to completely dispel the mist in that area. Remember, check the places you have already... Oh, god dang it. Really? Oh my goodness. You gotta be kidding me. Why now? I have to go back in the buildings again. This mist feels different. It doesn't seem to be spreading. Almost like it's willed into one place. Do you think Knowles did this somehow? Perhaps. On the other hand, it could be the only ones attempting to protect their physical manifestation. Like a scab covering a wound.
Ew. Gross, Benny. Can't believe you said that. So cool.
Out of this mist is... The lighting that altar helped clear this area. Maybe there are others around the city. We find some and light them, maybe the mist will lift and we can get through. Okay, let's go find and light those altars. 4 of them, huh? Alright. Alright, so let's work those altars on. Watch this. Watch this thing. The arcs of the last spirit children, and I the first among them, the one who remembers, will be long and wonder. Much have I learned from this world. I've seen the trials and woes of people, And I deeply do wish that those who follow me will not endure the hardships I have suffered. I have shipped trials across the sphere stories that the worthy may rise. Prove your strength and wisdom, I shall grant you a gift of great power. Okay. All of that later. Here. Let's use this. Of course it just now introduces this. Thing. I was kind of complaining about this before, where it's like, it gives you something to do right after, or you, have completed most, like half of the game. This is very much the same-ish thing. Oh, we got a memory. I traveled across here to my mother's side. Curious child full of questions about the spirits, our creators. I was full of wonder and love for the world and its creatures, and my mother. I asked her why the world was what it was, as it was, why the spirits acted as they did, living by whim. We listened to the ever-fading sound of their voices, longing for the cessation of the vanishing presences. But my mother had no answers for me. While she kept her faith, mine faltered as I cried out to the world, seeking the voices of those creators. The silence darkened the world around me. How could I believe in something that only gave me silence? How could I love something that never bothered to acknowledge me, let alone love me back? Faith is a difficult thing to break, and for me it eroded gradually. A stone before rivers flow. It was a long time before I could point to an emptiness in my soul and realize how lonely I felt. I loved my mother, but she could offer me no answers to questions that devoured me from the inside out. I knew I would ache forever, until I found answers elsewhere.
Well, that was like, I was Noah's. Were those actually his memories? Did everybody see it this time? Peace, Chad. I believe the answer to all the questions is yes, judging from everyone's dazed expressions.
As much as I like to figure out what happened, and what it means, we should move on. The more we wait, the more Knowles can prepare to face us. Am I gonna get a memory every time I do one of these altars? Oh boy. Where did y'all come from? I literally just cleared this place. How did y'all get here that fast? That shouldn't even be possible. You're still alive. Don't worry, I'll fix that real quick. Suck. Whew. Alright. Let's see where to go next. Oh, come off it. I just dealt with you fools not even 2 minutes ago. Hold on. There we go. Well, I can't go in there, can I? Does the luminous not stretch out far enough? Does not. Okay, where from here do I go? Okay. Nope. Okay. I don't know why the game sometimes screams at me. Wait, hold on, there's one. I don't know why the game is screaming at me. It's not my fault. Alright. Let's dispel the loneliness in this area. You keep screaming at me. It's like, stop letting your people fall into the loneliness. It's you jerk. Like, what do you want me to do about it? But one night, a voice broke through the silence of my dreams. It asked for my help, saying it was the only one who could truly understand me. I hurried to find them, and beheld an indescribable entity. They said they had been created to link all beings of Etir. Needed a herald to spread the message. Promised that we would never be alone. Traveled across Etir, sharing their word, and many embraced it, waiting for the same thing I had sought for centuries. People of all kin united beneath the warm light of the new god. The only one. I gave the only one everything I had. My love, my faith, my trust. My voice became theirs, my actions followed their will, and my heart was filled with awe at their miracles. Shared their message with all peoples, guiding the chosen to ascend as gods meant to lead and bring joy and order in the name of the only one. As the years passed and new gods ascended, I waited patiently to be chosen, to have my efforts rewarded, to become a champion myself, but that day never came.
Still not used to all these memories. It's like, bam, a whole tidal wave hitting me at once.
Not to me, it ain't the same. It's just plain and suddenly being him. Some part of me gets its share, but that doesn't mean I wanna. I know. I'm sorry you have to go through this. I can't help but feel a little guilty. No blame on you, Spirit. If anything, it's only right we all share the weight. As much as we're able. But come now. There's still more altars to find. Alright, what's our next one? Gonna be somewhere around here. Ugh, of course. Death out. What? I just started that thing. How did it already stump me out of it? Get out of here. What the heck was that? What kind of garbage was that? What kind of garbage was that? Literally just activated my ability. Fragment of the Only. Fragment of the Only One? Look at this, hold on. Raise the magic and health by 30, but base attack reduces ghost bar if the owner is possessed by ghost. Fragment sparks and urge push beyond limit. Caution won't suffice. Alright, we need to continue moving. What is this? What is this thing? Thou hast used thy insight to provide the correct path. May all thy warnings be guided correctly so. Crystal of Insight. Okay. Cool. I don't know what to do with this. Oh my goodness! Why is there another one of these things? had enough of you. Stop living. Let the light fade from your eyes faster. Thank you. Ugh. I don't really like the resistance thing. I mean, I get it. It's supposed to prevent you from, just spamming the same characters over and over again, but... I mean, I have to like it. Where are the rest of these things? I forget. We have... Where's the map? Map. On the other side. Alright. Chest. Go this way. Then we go down. Oh, let me grab this. Need it to traverse loneliness when we encounter it. Yep, right here. And... I can't make characters wait in loneliness, can we? Okay, I can just stay here and get all of them. Yep, that worked. Alright, let's cleanse this world. As the centuries flowed like water, I witnessed civilizations rise and fall. I spoke to royalty, revolutionaries, rogues, saw even more of Etcher than I did at my mother's side. I watched the world grow in unimaginable ways. Where I once knelt in the packed earth where the only one had arrived. Now I stood in a grand temple built around that very spot. I spread the message of the only one, their powers, their promises, their love, and felt such pride as countless kin of the world also became believers. But it was not enough. Mortality wasn't a burden placed on me, but I too suffered its effects. The few friends I had, those not chosen by the entity, grew frail, withered, and one day they were simply gone. So many of them, voices and faces lost to time, laid to rest in the yawning vastness of my memories. For too many, I no longer even recall their names. My grief and impatience grew, and my sadness that the only one would somehow not understand how I suffered at the crushing loneliness of the world, the pain of my existence. But that day, I saw yet another process of champions leap into the arm of the only one. A wave of desperation struck me. I could no longer stand by merely watching. I leapt after them. If I had only known that my desperate decision will bring chaos wrought by my own fear and despair.
Wow, I kind of feel sorry for Nolas. He really felt alone and wanted to be loved. I know what that feels like. Quiet. I wish you knew more about what the hell his intentions truly are. They seemed good to begin with, but now, what? I dislike knowing what his plan truly is, but I know the pain he has inflicted on others to achieve his goals. Whatever his intentions may be, Nolas is waiting where we need to go, and I'm going to make him answer for what he's done.
Suck. totally abusing all this power that I found. Gonna totally abuse it. Mountain! Don't touch the child! Oh, what's he doing? Enough of this. The nuke isn't being as effective as it used to be. These guys have a lot of HP. Or maybe I'm just weak, I don't know. Okay, we just have to go up. Easy as that. Of course not. It's not as easy as that. I need to... How to leave behind the light. Like that. I don't know how they press a pressure plate while they're floating, but it's whatever. Okay, I can't use those pressure plates yet. I need to move this. Then give this, and then we do this. There we go. I mean, the game can scream at me all it wants, but I'm still succeeding. I'm still successfully doing the task at hand. They were surprised and despaired to see me there. In the depths of their own souls, searching for love, reaching out for the true essence, transcending words and actions. And for an instant, we were one, the infinite being that had last been reached by the eternal mortal. The connection formed between us led to a startling revelation. The loneliness afflicted the only one too, crawling underneath, rooting and wanting to drain everything, to consume the consumer, searching for something they couldn't give. How can you ever give what you long for? But then the pain divided us. I saw them searching a way out, sinking into hearts that could feel love, feeding on their ambition, amplifying their will to act, in desperate search for love. When I woke up, the spiritual Ori was no more. The golden city turned into piles of rubble. The screams of the souls, too harshly torn from a body, still echoing the putrid air of ruins. From the remains of the only one poured that vast loneliness, the lie that tore it all open. I watched it pour into a world with an empty ache, knowing that what plagued me would now impact all of Etia. Something else spilled from the only one, dense, potent, reviled, and in that moment I felt the hunger for the only one to be whole again, and knew what I had to do. We will be whole again, but this time, I, Nolus, will be the one in control. I will become the new only one, the very soul of Etia. With that power, I will do what they could not. I will no longer tolerate the pain and suffering that loneliness brings. I will tear it from the world, from the minds and hearts of all in Etia, and destroy it for good. Only then Etia will be truly free. You are so close now. I can feel a growing sense of despair within you. I can feel the strength within our soul. Come home. I'm trying, but I think Nolus might beat me there. You know what he intends, don't you? He desires to unmake me, become his own god, and destroy loneliness itself. But without loneliness, that which drives life to meaning, love, could not exist. I did love him. His devotion he gave me joy for so long. And when I found him falling into my vastness, I wanted to embrace him as he wished. But his resentment, it burned. His fear and anger stabbed. I pulled away and he saw the worst parts of me. I panicked and his rage shattered me. Are you still consumed those he brought to you? The promises you offered were still lies. Not all lies. I love them too. But regardless, if we do not become whole again, or if the Herald takes our power instead, loneliness and love will be made extinct from that air. The mist will disappear, but instead the world will stagnate and slowly give up on living. I'm not going to let that happen. We'll stop him. Make things different somehow. We won't be like we were before. I do not know if that could be. We are one, you and I. You will see this when we are joined once more. This is the only way. Ghost, you have to be honest with us. I understand why you want to keep this a secret, but I need to know. Knowles is a strategist, and he wouldn't have kept pressuring you to join him unless he had some kind of bargaining chip. Something unique he could offer. You're not just a part of the Only One. You're something we can't exist without. So when you rejoin them, what's going to happen to you? When I talked to Knowles and Talio, he told me to reunite with the Only One. I would cease to exist. I didn't want to believe him, but the more I free the loneliness from people, the more I've heard the Only One's voice calling to me to come home. I didn't want to let you all know because I didn't want to make you lose your resolve or even be sad about me. It didn't seem right.
That's Salt, you're a friend. We're not gonna just let you disappear and stuff.
Kid's right. We're just gonna let Toast vanish, especially because we're all doing the right thing. Come on, Vinny, we gotta save him. Soul spirits, I don't know what to do with those. I can sense souls, but I do not know how to keep them separate any more than I know how to preserve a drop of water landing in the ocean. Damn it. I didn't want to be right. I didn't want to have recognized the same inevitability as God had in his eyes. All of you, think carefully. Did we expect this to just be a stroll in the park or the biggest risk each of us has ever taken? We're not here for ourselves, are we? For glory or whatnot? No, we're all here for a greater purpose. To save Etia. Wouldn't each one of us be glad to give up their lives amid sending the people we love? Ghost is risking nothing less than we are. I'm so sorry I didn't tell you. But no matter what happens to me, I'm going to see this through. We'll save Etia. Together. I promise. Wrong way. Sorry if you can hear that. Why is it always this thing? I hate you. Ugh. I'm stunned. I hate this thing so much, man. Let's nuke it. A lot of people leveled up there. What's this? Thou hast bested the Temple of Endurance. Strength not being all, but one persists. Thou faced the danger and resisted. How many more of these crystals are there, actually? Can you do that? There's another challenge that we can do here. Again, sorry if you can hear that. Don't mind that. Updated. I just need a sign. Dilapidated sign. My sister Shaska. Forgive me for not being here with you. I hope you see this and know your brother misses you and will watch over you always. What's up, Paula? Wait, what? Oh, no, that's your hypothesis was correct. My hand was lifted. The way to the whole pyramid is open. Let's move.
First, little rescue.
Mystery and memories. Ugh, my head's still knotted up about watching those Nollas memories. Have you really been seeing stuff like that this whole time, Toast? More or less. In places where people have a deep connection or a strong will that's lingered. They usually give some look into their thoughts.
So, like those memories of Nolus you saw? You really see stuff like that all over the place? What are they like?
They're usually about pivotal realizations or moments, but always very different from one another. And never knows whose memory it is until I view it. Fascinating! An actual view not only to past suspense, but color, or by the recollection of the viewer. How would you say it affects you? It gives information. It creates compassion. It gives information. I can have a lot of useful information. Knowing what drives someone, what their goal is, what to watch out for. Not a full strategy or anything, but a look into someone's personality can definitely help you with what to expect. And when you're looking right into someone's recollections, there's way less risk of them being untruthful. Unless they're lying to themselves, I guess. Whatever way it affects you, you should be glad you don't have a body to worry about those. All these no stars can give me a heckin' headache. Loss and sacrifice. Loss and sacrifice.
Ghost, if we actually beat up Nolus and you absorb his stuff and I guess become the only one again, are you gonna eat us?
Mohan, what a distasteful thing to ask!
I mean, we did all get to pick to be champions. That's what's happened to the ones in the past, right? Why wouldn't it happen again?
I suppose Mohan has a point. There had to be a reason why the only one continued to consume chosen ones. It's not so unreasonable to ask. I don't know what's going to happen to me at the end. But I do think there has to be a way other than just making things go back to how they were. If the worst happens, I want you to promise not to let the cycle continue. Tell everyone the truth. No more chosen ones. No more sacrifices. Those sacrifices are the very thing responsible for keeping you alive? What then? Then I fade. But it's a chance I'll take. I'd much rather die than keep this awful pattern going. Buying a life at the expense of others is no life at all. If only Narabatin more, Lugu had such a selfless outlook. But regardless, you have my promise, Ghost, and my admiration. Alright, oh. That is a pit. Let me do some final upgrades. Ooh. No, darn it. Got very excited there for a moment. Doing some final upgrades here. Just being ready. Spend all the skill points we can. Let's do this. This is gonna be a bit. Oh boy. What the heck? This is supposed to be the sacredest spot in the world? The Hollow Pyramid. Certainly a bit worse for wear, but still a great deal of power here. As if you could simply grab it from the air.
Oh my gosh, Cheska! Are you alright?
It is this place. All the souls that couldn't escape. I must call upon my wit and keep the soul sense from overtaking me. Impressive. Thou wouldst have made for a great deity for thy people. Indeed, well, if that had not all been a lie. Hello, Nolles, what's up? Luckily, it is a lie I mean to fix. Thou hast seen them by now, I presume. My memories, my past, my thoughts laid plain. I stand here before thee, my children, with naught to hide. How canst thou agree with my plan? I shall give Etia the salvation it deserves, to rid this world of the loneliness that plagues it. Forever! But you have to know that will destroy love as well. The two are linked. The only one knows it, and so must you. What of it? Has love truly been a gift to this world? Seeing it has done more to hasten the downfall of many, the pain of others. The Queen's beloved put an end to the aged castles in fire and blood. Scholar's mother crashed the city of Altostratus for his sake. The warrior was smothered by her brother's devotion. The powers of the children stolen by their adopted sibling. The fox trade. That's enough! What happened to you was unfair, but it doesn't have to turn out like this. If you could help me, we could fix this together. Find a new way. That's a new expression / sprite. Thy optimism in it. Yet I hear the voice I once adored, the promise of joy, salvation, togetherness in thy embrace. That is why I have always hated thee. I recognize thy true self, the one who lied to me, whose corrupt love will destroy this world. It doesn't have to be like that. If you work together. Lies! Thou would become as thou wast before, a creature full of false promises, feasting on the innocence of Etia. I shall stop thee now. Sapalin? I grieve for your pain, yes. It was done to you as unjust, but must it turn to wrath? Surely there is another way we can walk together. I do not wish for this, but I can see there is no choice left. We both desire Etia's salvation, and between us lies the only one. Thou must eventually come to me, or thou and this world are lost. Aye, will be alright, Scholar and Sister. But I'm afraid that I cannot help you much more. The battle ahead will be your own.
So where did Nolles go? What's really down there?
Well, it's a pit.
The heart of the only one. Center of the being whose presence has shaped the world for centuries. Sparks, the very thought makes my fur stand on end. Crimson mist will continue to spread corruption across Etia with no interruption, until all parts are fused into one. Last distinctly, is the one inside Nolles. There is no greater fight I can imagine. Examine your research for the danger ahead. It cannot be denied. Yeah, I imagine so. Things can be like that when their existence is threatened. But we're pretty formidable ourselves. There we are. That heck of devil better be hungry, because I'm going to feed him a whole lot of punch sandwiches. Not let unfinished thoughts or unspoken words weigh you down. Only victory can guide you forward. Without it, all will be lost. The one who sees her dim lantern darken more today. I know what it is to have regrets unaddressed. I don't want anyone else here to suffer that. We understand, Baba. I'll make sure we're ready before we face Nolles and decide the fate of the world. Okay! That is basically the game saying, hey, if you want to do side quests, do a bunch of side quests. So, this might be an awkward time. But I'm going to end the recording here, and then come back here with all of y'all later. So, I'll be seeing y'all next time. Bye-bye.